we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. We have a great segment lined up for you today. And of course, we're excited to bring that to you. I want to say thanks to Sean Hildreth, our special producer, always making magic happen behind the scenes. Also, thanks to our sponsor, Southern Indiana Equipment. I want to remind you, you can get the podcast all the places that you can find them. Of course, you can check it out online at southernindiananow.com or on YouTube or any place that you can get a show. We'll be back. Keep it right here.
This is Hustler Country, a place where people earn their keep and make an honest living. We build machines that last because they have to. We make it, we test it, we break it, and we do it over and over again. So visit your local Hustler dealer and join us because we are Hustler.
The area's best selection of Hustler mowers is at Southern Indiana Equipment in Lanesville. Shop online at southernindianaequip.com.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. We're hanging out this morning with Erik Zakrzewski. Super excited. He's also known as Mr. Z. But here on behalf of the Seymour Museum, big event coming up here in August that's going to benefit the Seymour Museum. So we need to find out exactly what it is, what you can find out, and how you can help. So thanks for joining us, Mr. Z. I know that's your teacher name, and that's everybody knows you as that.
That's
so
right.
Super excited to have you on the show today. So let's talk about the Seymour Museum. First of all, what is it? A lot of people just know as a building as people pass, but what's inside those magic walls and some things people may not realize?
Well, I think that the history of Seymour is one of those things that lives, but is becoming more and more forgotten as time goes on. And with every garage sale and estate sale that happens, we lose small pieces of our history. And I think the goal of our museum really started in the 1970s. It even started way before that with the Welsh Telephone company, who really preserved a lot of the old first telephones that were ever created. So they dedicated time, money, and space for a museum for Seymour back in the 70s, just as a quick blurb about the history there. But that vision never came true until recently. And so we've been really lucky to have a really wonderful board of directors putting in enormous amounts of energy and time to create a sort of memorial or a museum for the town and for everything Seymour. So if you're an old business or, just really anybody who helped frame and found and create Seymour, I think a lot of people forget how important this city was to Southern Indiana. It was the most important city in Southern
Well, there's
Indiana.
a lot of people that do care about that history. Speaking of, that's why there's a big event happening August 29th. Is that
August
right?
29th, that's right, 6 o'clock to 8:30. We're going to have another unveiling of another really important piece of Seymour history.
Do we know what it is? Is it a surprise?
I
You
want to
can't
keep
tell
the
it?
mystique,
Oh, okay.
but we are going to say, this is the bell from the Majestic Theater.
Oh.
The Majestic Theater used to be right here on 2nd Street. It had a tragic end, and that bell has been sitting in storage for longer than a lot of people have been alive.
Yeah.
And we've been able to have that rebirth. I want to give a shout out to Crane Hill for making that happen for us and donating their time and energy. We're going to get that bell to ring as well.
It's going to be good.
It'll be really fun. It'll be a really nice evening.
Okay. So tell me something about the Seymour Museum, something that's unexpected inside that people like, oh, I did not know that was here. That's super cool. Or something that you're fascinated by personally.
We have a lot of intricate pieces in there. We've been lucky enough to acquire the Welsh Telephone collection, which is an enormous collection of some of the first telephones ever created, especially the first phone booth ever in Indiana is in our museum. We've got a large assortment of photographs, business memorabilia, things from Blish Mill that you just wouldn't expect to still be around. We have a printing press, the original printing press from I'm trying to remember on the spot now the name of the newspaper.
Printing press is good enough.
But from the 1850s.
Okay.
We've got an enormous amount of really cool things in there.
Yeah.
We've got parchment.
I need to find you some radio stuff. I know we've got it.
We've actually got parchment from the 1500s on there.
Wow. Okay.
So you got to come see us so we can point things out to you and walk you around. There's just so much neat things to really look at. Yeah.
So again, you can check it out August 29th.
August 29th.
6 o'clock.
6 to 8:30.
Okay.
We're going to be there. We're going to be having hopefully some really nice live entertainment. We've got food from Poplar Street. We've got Schweitzer's serving drinks. It's going to be a really fun event.
All right. Super fun. And you can, of course, check that out. And if, Erik, they want to go online to find More information, where
Yeah.
do they head?
Our Facebook page is probably the easiest, most user-friendly place to go at this point. So if you want to hit us up on Facebook, Seymour Museum Center, we're right
Okay.
there.
Super easy. All right, come check it out. Seymour Museum. You can get more information online on their Facebook page. You could talk to Eric or anybody involved with the museum. And it's like if you have a yard sale or estate sale coming up this summer and you find some fun relics, they can pass it on to you too, right?
Absolutely. If you find any old items that you think have really neat relevance to the city of Seymour, we are more than happy to preserve those items
Okay,
in a place
so-
they deserve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a home at the Seymour Museum. We'll be back right here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. And that's a wrap here at Southern Indiana Now. I want to thank our sponsor, Southern Indiana Equipment, for making this particular broadcast possible. I also want to thank our producer, Sean Hildreth, for all his magic behind the scenes. New shows released on Wednesdays. We're here for you each and every week, right here at SouthernIndianaNow.com.